Hey, my name is Jason Griffith, and this is my wife, Carmen Griffith, and we're here to talk to you about our experience with the 40 Days of Community. We were part of the youth ministry at the time, and we are still part of the youth ministry. And we had a group of young ladies and men that came to my house to meet as part of the 40 Days of Community. We had to come up with a goal. The goal of our group, when we prayed about it, we really felt like God was leading us to purchase a car for a young woman, a single mother. We didn't know who the lady was at the time. We just knew in our heart of hearts, and our group knew that that's what we felt that God wanted us to do. We were able to come up with a plan. We talked about what we were going to do, and Trunk and Treat was coming up, so we were able to come up with the goal of selling food, hot dogs and chili and chips and drinks at the Trunk and Treat to try to raise this money. And we talked about how many hot dogs would it be to try to raise enough money to buy a used car, and our goal was $2,000. We purchased 500 hot dogs and chips and the condiments that go along with it, and we let people at the church know that this was what we were trying to do with our group, and hopefully they would come out and support us during Trunk or Treat. And the day of Trunk or Treat came, and the kids were really working hard, and we were on the field. All the people in Trunk or Treat were down near the cars, and we were worried people may not come up here to buy hot dogs, but of course God worked it out, and we actually had a steady flow of people the entire night. We were actually able to sell probably 400 or so hot dogs that night. During this time, we realized we were getting fairly close to our goal, so we called the Pregnancy Resource Center, and I talked to the ladies involved, and I said, do you know anybody there who's a single mother who might need a vehicle? And they instantly knew who we were being led to help. We went and met with this young lady's mother, and through interviewing this lady's mother, we knew that her daughter was the one that God wanted us to help. But that wasn't the end of the story. That's not where God wanted to end the story. We were able to raise the money for the car. We were able to raise $2,000 and purchased a used car for this woman. We were also able to pay for an entire year's worth of insurance for this vehicle. Not only were we able to do that, we were able to give her another $100 gift card to be able to use toward diapers or formula or whatever else that she might want to use it for. And again, that's not the end of the story. We were actually able to adopt 10 kids from the Angel Tree and provide a Christmas for those 10 children for the Angel Tree. And yet we still had money left over. We still were able to give Tony Jones and the Nicaraguan ministry another $200. It was just a huge testimony to what God can do if you just get yourself out of the way and let Him take over.
It truly was an encouragement to have the teenagers in our home, and we were overwhelmed by their goal, just to being able to raise a car, knowing that they didn't have jobs. We didn't have a lot of extra money, even ourselves. We were just like, please God, if this is what you want us to do, make it so clear. And kids without jobs were able to go out and do fundraising. We had donations, and the money just kept coming in. So I challenge people just from their youth and being encouraged by seeing how their faith was so big. Just by their age, they were able to get involved, knowing that God can use you, young, old, it doesn't matter where you're at. He gives you the big picture, and He's the one that provides. So don't be afraid to get involved. There's a verse that came to mind. It's actually 1 Timothy 4, verse 12. Do not let anyone think less of you because you are young, being an example to all believers in what you teach, in the way that you live, in your love, your faith, and your purity. So we just challenge everyone, no matter your age, how old or how young you are, that God can give you the vision, get involved in a small group, and He will show out. Thanks for letting us share.
Thanks.